So in this video, I'm going to explain the difference between an index fund and an ETF. But in order to understand both, we need to first understand what are mutual funds. So when you invest in the stock market, you can pick a stock, you pay your brokerage fees, and then you acquire that stock. However, if you just invest in one stock, you are opening yourself up to huge risk because you have all your eggs in one proverbial basket. That is why diversification is very important. Diversification basically means buying multiple stocks, so you're spreading your risk across them. In other words, you're not putting all your eggs into one basket. And this is where mutual funds come in. So mutual funds were created on the principle that one fund, so one mutual fund, holds many different stocks, typically 40 to 100 stocks, and you can purchase that, and now you have automatic diversification just by buying one fund. So the thing to know about mutual funds is that they are actively managed. Now you can imagine people working in finance earning lots and lots of money per year. Many of them are actively managing a fund, which means they are making the decisions of what stocks to pick and what stocks to boot out in order to beat the market. So mutual funds aim to beat the market that they are competing against. For example, a mutual fund that targets the S&P 500, which is the collection of the top 500 companies in the US, will aim to beat the benchmark of how much the S&P 500 makes per year. And because it is actively managed, and because we know that finance people are earning lots of money, the fund actually costs quite a bit to invest in. So mutual funds can have an expense ratio of around 2%, meaning that if you had a portfolio of $1 million, you're paying about $20,000 a year to have your fund actively managed. Although 2% or 1% might sound like a little bit, over the long term, it really eats into your returns, and this can be a bad thing. So this is where index funds came in. So index funds, instead of being actively managed, they are passively managed. So an index fund basically tracks the market. For example, an index fund of the S&P 500 tracks the top 500 companies in the US. So instead of having people to actively manage the portfolio, they will instead just look at the top 500 companies and buy different amounts to track the S&P 500. And so index funds therefore have a much lower expense ratio. For example, they can be typically under 0.1% and 0.04% for the S&P 500. So then what is the difference between an index fund and an ETF? So an ETF, an exchange traded fund, is slightly different from an index fund because it can be traded throughout the day. So an index fund can only be traded once per day. However, an ETF can be bought and sold as long as the market is open. And this makes ETFs more tradable. For example, if you are a day trader and you want to trade in ETFs for some reason, you can do this throughout the day. You can buy at a low, sell at a high, and this kind of encourages behavior of buying and selling and not holding for the long term. There are also some other small differences between index funds and ETFs. For example, with index funds, it allows you to reinvest the dividends automatically. So with an ETF, you will receive your dividends in your account. However, with an index fund, there's an option for the dividends to be reinvested. This makes index funds much better for long-term investors and a lot more passive. So if you just want to put in a certain amount, it will reinvest the dividends, and there are options for you to monthly buy these index funds. And another difference between an index fund and an ETF is that index funds have to be bought for the complete amount. So for example, the S&P 500 hovers around £60 in the UK. You can only buy whole shares, so you have to put in around £60 and buy the entire thing. With ETFs, it is possible to do fractional trading. So if you want to put in £1 with companies such as InvestEngine, you can put in £1 and it will buy a share of an index fund, which is in turn a share of a bigger pie. If you want to get started in investing in ETFs very easily, check out this video where I give you a step-by-step beginner's guide into investing. Check out some of these videos and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, thank you for watching.